Imagine a point in the future where the universe reaches a boundary from which it can never recover. A moment beyond the death of stars, beyond the collapse of galaxies, beyond every event humanity has ever imagined. Not simply an ending, but a permanent fracture in reality itself. This is the point where the cosmos breaks apart forever. Today, the universe appears stable. Galaxies rotate through space. Stars burn with incredible power. Planets orbit their suns. Gravity binds enormous structures together across billions of light-years. The cosmos feels permanent because every process we observe unfolds on timescales far larger than a human lifetime. Yet beneath this apparent stability lies a universe that is constantly changing. Since the Big Bang nearly 14 billion years ago, space has been expanding. Galaxies are moving away from one another. The distances between cosmic structures continue growing every second. For a long time, scientists believed gravity might eventually slow this expansion. Some even imagined that the universe could one day collapse back into itself. Then came one of the most surprising discoveries in modern astronomy. The expansion of the universe is accelerating. Something known as dark energy appears to be driving space apart faster and faster. Although dark energy remains one of the greatest mysteries in science, observations suggest it now dominates the large-scale behavior of the cosmos. Galaxies continue separating at an increasing rate. At first, the effects are subtle. Galaxy clusters slowly drift apart. Distant galaxies fade beyond the observable horizon. The night sky becomes emptier. Civilizations living trillions of years in the future may see only their own galaxy, unaware that countless others once filled the universe. The what if dark energy does not remain constant? Some theoretical models suggest its strength could increase over time. If this happens, expansion would become increasingly violent. The universe would not simply grow larger. The very fabric of space-time would begin tearing apart the structures once allowed to exist. This scenario is known as the Big Rip. At first, galaxy clusters become unstable. Gravity can no longer hold them together against the accelerating expansion of space. Then galaxies themselves begin to break apart. Stars that once orbited safely around galactic centers drift away into darkness. The great spiral structures that survived for billions of years dissolve forever. As the process accelerates, entire star systems are affected. Planets lose their orbits. Moons separate from planets. The gravitational bonds that created order throughout the cosmos begin to fail. Imagine watching the night sky as familiar constellations stretch apart. Stars disappearing one by one into an expanding abyss. The universe would not explode. Instead, it would slowly lose its ability to remain connected. Then comes the truly terrifying stage. Expansion becomes stronger than electromagnetism. Molecules can no longer hold together. Chemical bonds break apart. The structures that create matter itself begin to fail. Mountains, oceans, atmospheres, and planets dissolve into individual atoms. Yet the destruction continues. As dark energy grows even stronger, atoms themselves become unstable. Electrons can no longer remain attached to nuclei. The basic building blocks of matter separate. Everything that has ever existed begins to disintegrate. Every object, every world, every living thing, every particle arrangement that once formed complex structures. The cosmos is no longer merely expanding. It is breaking apart. Forever. Some physicists believe the process could become even more extreme if space-time itself is stretched beyond its ability to remain coherent. The geometry of reality may collapse. Distances lose meaning because the framework defining those distances is no longer stable. Time itself may become distorted. Events that once unfolded in sequence lose their relationship to one another. The universe approaches a state where the concepts of location, structure, and causality no longer function normally. Reality begins to unravel from the deepest level upward. Another possibility emerges from quantum physics. The vacuum of space may not be completely stable. According to some calculations, the universe could exist in a temporary state known as a false vacuum. If a transition to a lower energy state occurs, reality itself could be rewritten instantly. A bubble of new physics would form somewhere in space. Expanding at the speed of light, it would erase the laws that currently govern matter and energy. Atoms might become impossible. Stars could vanish instantly. Space and time could acquire entirely new properties. Everything inside the expanding bubble would cease to exist in its familiar form. The result would be a permanent fracture in the cosmos, a point beyond which the universe can never return to what it once was. Whether through vacuum decay, the Big Rip, or another process not yet discovered, Modern physics suggests that permanence may be an illusion. The structures surrounding us appear eternal only because we experience a tiny fraction of cosmic history. The stars above seem everlasting. Galaxies appear immortal. Reality feels stable. Yet somewhere in the unimaginable future may lie a final boundary, where all stability ends. A moment when gravity loses its battle, matter loses its structure, and space-time loses its coherence. The point where the cosmos breaks apart forever is not simply the death of the universe. It is the ultimate failure of every connection that holds existence together. Beyond that point, there may be no galaxies, no stars, no matter, and perhaps not even reality itself, only the silent aftermath of a universe that finally reached the limit of what it could hold together.